Flux Crypto, is it a buy or sell? I've come across this cryptocurrency just in the last 24 hours. It's a very popular cryptocurrency, current number 277 out of all cryptocurrencies, out of the tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies now. 163,000 people have added this to their watch list on coinmarketcap.com. And when we look at the charts, it's an interesting chart. But what I wanted to do on this video was just to look back at the value of the nodes. If you had purchased back in 2022, and this could give us an indication for other nodes, other similar projects, is it worth buying nodes? So there was this video which I researched back on here from a channel called Crypto, 20,000 subscribers. On the 15th of January 2022, he was very, very positive, saying this could skyrocket, it's worth getting these nodes for passive income. How did that pan out? We're 3 years down the line from there. We're now January 2025, and it doesn't look good. I'm going to run through the actual data on this. So Crypto here was saying if you had purchased in January 2022, now if we go back to the price chart, we can see that in January 2022 the price there was $2.77 per Flux token. You needed 1,000 Flux token if you wanted to buy what was called a Cumulus node. So you needed the collateral of 1,000 Flux. So at $2.75, let's just call it for round figures, that's $2,750. Now they were providing a monthly ROI of 1.4%, which if that price had stayed static would be very good. If the price had gone up, that would be exceptionally good. But the price has fallen quite substantially from that $2.75. So this has had a big material impact on anyone who is buying these nodes. And you've got to bear in mind, you're buying the nodes here at $2.75, whereas the Flux token itself, just 7 months earlier, was 20 cents. So you'd have made over a 15x return if you'd simply purchased the token 6 months earlier. Better than that, if you'd gone back in December 2020, you could have bought those for 2.5 cents each, and you'd have seen a 150-fold return in just 2 years, which would be spectacular, and you could afford to risk some on a node then, would be the argument. But let's go back. My reaction to this video was, were these nodes worth buying? Let's crunch the numbers again. So if you had purchased a Cumulus node, 1,000 Flux, it would have cost you $2,750. 1.4% return per month, that would have been 14 Flux per month, and your break-even time would have been around 6 years. So that's 1,000 divided by 14 is 71.4 months, i.e. basically 6 years. Now the current price of Flux, as we can see, is 64 cents. Let's call it 65 for easier figures. So the Flux required to get break even, if it cost you $2,750 to buy the node, and this is not taking into account any costs of actually operating the node, but simply to buy the node 3 years ago, $2,750, you would need, divide that by 0.65, you would need 4,230 Flux just to make break even. So the amount of time it would take to do that is 4,230 Flux divided by the 14 Flux that you're receiving every month for operating your node. That's 302 months or 25 years. So 25 years now, because this price has come down on Flux tokens. Someone who purchased a Cumulus token, Cumulus node rather, 3 years ago, they're now looking at a 25-year before they get return on that. So not a good investment by any means. A simpler way to look at this, if you wanted the break-even time, so you wanted to get 100% return, you're getting 1.4% per month. That means you've got 100 divided by 1.4 is 71.4 months. That's if your price was static on your token cost, but it's not. So the price now is 0.65 of a dollar. At the time it was 2.75. So you're earning 4.23 times less per month. And so therefore your break even is 4.23 times longer. So 4.23 times 6 years gets you your 25 years to break even. Now, if this was compared with real estate, that still wouldn't be too bad. 25-year break even. If you buy real estate, you're going to get rental income. let's say you become a landlord, you rent out your property, you get rental income, and it's the equivalent of about 4% per year. Now you realistically need about 10% per year these days, but not horrendous. But in terms of crypto, this is a really bad performance. I see that in terms of bullish, bearish, 91% are still bullish with Flux. I know we're going historically here, something we were looking 3 years ago. For a lot of people in crypto, that would seem an eternity. It's not. People really need to get used to having a longer term view with crypto, because crypto is not going anywhere. It's not going to vanish. So you need to take a longer term view. There are some other interesting projects coming up. There's an AI, decentralized AI. I can get you on the early bird list there. If you want to go to my website and pop your name and email address in there, that is seeing spectacular ROIs at the moment, and they'll be selling some more nodes very soon, so I can notify you that if you go to paulhardingham.com/early, then that will get you on my early bird list there. That doesn't get sold to anyone. That's your details are safe there. I will simply email you as soon as those nodes become available, so do check out the details there. If you're into making a passive income, making your money work for you, that's what my channel is all about. I do a bit of crypto, do a bit of angel investing, do all sorts of things, but if you want your money to work for you, do subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, give me any comments what you think on Flux as well, and hopefully you found that one useful and interesting. Thanks for watching.